find that.
Same here.
Fighter is D10, Rogue is D6, Barbarian is D12, Mage is D6, Cleric is D8.
How do I do a roll?
You just press the 1d6 and then add your con bonus, which would be 2.
No, I'm a D10. So
okay, so then it would be D10 plus add 2 onto your 10.
Oh, so I don't type roll, I just type D10?
No, you just hit the macro. Just hit the 1d10 macro.
That one.
Well,
I don't have that macro set up, sorry.
Everybody should have a D10 macro.
Oh, I know, I just haven't set it up
okay.
on the bar.
All right. The command to roll, that's why I put those up there for you guys. It'd be easier if you just to press those. But to actually roll, it would be /roll space 1d10 or 1d whatever you want to roll.
So it's just /, okay.
Yep, /roll space whatever you want to roll. And then you can add plus on there as well if you want. So.
Oh, can't go above my max though.
Alright, so the mage and the rogue got rings. Alright, so I have your armor class adjusted on my little cheat sheet here. And now you scoured the rest of the room. You found nothing except for the small little box.
Hey, is the box nice? I'll save the box.
Sure, you think that it's probably worth a little bit.
So I'll just grab the box and hold on to it.
Okay.
Who's walking out in front?
It should be the rogue and the barbarian.
I hand the barbarian my glowing rock and say, "Here, this might help."
Okay, I chuckle and I take it.
Alright. Alright, you got the rock is with you.
Well, this is frustrating. Alright, so out of character real quick. I got my character model turned to the north, and the little bubble under it that turns the character is now hidden under the little bubble macro that comes up when you select your character. How do you... There you go.
There you go.
You got it?
Yep, got it for you.
How do
Shrink
you
it
get the
down a
bubble
little
macro?
bit.
When you select the move, you get that little thing that lets you change things about your character. And I actually got the little turner right underneath it and couldn't move it.
When we waited that hour, would my guy have silvered up any?
Yes, we'll say your character has sobered up quite a bit.
Okay, so we're all moving.
Okay. As
Alright. And I'm leaning against the wall waiting to see if somebody else is going to bash the door down.
I stop here and I go, "After you?" And I kind of stick
Dog, as you get to the door at the end of this hallway, you see a rather large room, and within the west end of the room, which you kind of have to peer around the bars to see, you can actually see a fire going, and the smoke is actually getting much stronger here at the door, and you can see a little bit. You can't see really what's on the floor, but you can actually see what looks to be more books on the floor, and also there's actually quite a large pile of something on the west end of this room. But there is a door in front of you with bars, and you also see several humanoid type of monsters in this room as well.
Okay, so I turn around and I sort of speak to the party and say, "Oh hell, I think they're burning the books. And there's something moving in there."
Okay, the rope to check for traps.
Yes.
Yep, I'll check the door.
Alright, give me a dex check, please. You seem to... You determine that there's really nothing on the door.
Alright, I will slowly. Is there a handle?
There is a handle.
Alright. I'm going to slowly turn the handle. Try to make the least amount of noise that I can.
It does make a popping noise when you open the door. Click, like a loud click. And then you hear the... and seeing that you are at the door now, you can see that there are 3 troglodytes around this fire. And they're hissing at one another and whatnot. One turns as the door clicks. One turns around and kind of looks at the door, but pays no attention to it. He turns back around to the fire, and it seems that they are just trying to keep warm.
Okay, guys, I have an idea here. Let's use this hallway as a choke. Let's use this hallway to fight them, but use the door as a choke point and try to kill them as they come in.
So we're gonna need some distraction.
Can the rogue determine what they're burning from his point of view?
Okay, so
Can the rogue actually see, like, they're burning the books, or does he just not see what they're burning?
You can't really determine what they're burning. It's just a mound of something. You don't know if it's...
Okay.
You don't really know what it is. It's just something that is a mound, and it is on fire.
Okay,
Okay.
and you said there are only 3 troglodytes now?
There are 3 troglodytes, as you can see. Only what you can
Okay.
see, so...
Okay.
So, do you think I should throw the rocket?
okay, I'm going to, now that
Not-
I've got the...
Oh,
Don't throw the rock in. I pull one of my bottles of rum out and I hand it to the rogue and go, try to throw this at one of them.
I say, wait, I can solve this all easily. And I tell them that I have spelled message, and I can that I could easily try tell them to come over here.
Alright, as he hands me the bottle, I take the cork off the top of it and pour it out and hand it back to him.
Okay.
And I asked them if they want me to cast message.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to, now that I've got my hand on the handle, is it fully down now?
The handle is fully down, yes.
Okay, I'm going to slowly try to push the door. Does it look like, does it feel like it's resisting or that it's going to make an excessive amount of noise?
Yeah, the other doors have made a little squealing noise, so yes, you determine that this is probably going to do the same thing.
Does the cleric have anything that can help us with the noise? Crow.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I did put
I have a
oil...
spell called Silence,
Yep, cast
but
it
it
on...
takes an hour to cast.
No, it doesn't.
It's a ritual cast. Or am I getting my stuff mixed up?
Silence basically will silence a humanoid type of creature or any type of creature. So they can't verbally cast a spell or something like that. That's what silence is.
Should
Level
also
2.
work for an area, too.
Yeah, it says no sound can be created or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point of the duration.
Okay, so the casting time is 1 action. The duration is 1 hour. It doesn't take an hour to cast it.
Okay, I got mixed up there. I
Oh,
touch the door and I go Silence.
Okay, so it says 25 feet from where we are. It says masking you and your companions within 25... Oh, that's never mind. That's Hunter's Vote. So 1 action and then concentration up to 20 minutes. No sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius.
Okay,
So
never mind.
Sphere.
So
I
if we
don't-
put silence, then we're not going to be able to cast spells. We'll have to
I
move out
don't-
of the...
But
No.
Silence
Cast
on the door.
silence. Cast silence on me.
Okay, I cast Silence on the rogue.
Okay. So I'm going to open the door now.
Okay. The door still will squeak.
Well, it's going to squeak, but nobody's going to hear it.
Do you want
They
me to
might-
cast invisibility on you?
Silence can't work like that,
No,
guys.
I mean, we're just trying to get in the
Seriously.
door at this point. I don't...
Okay. Well, I thought you wanted to sneak up on them and try to, kill them.
Yeah, I don't understand how the door's gonna squeak and for anybody to hear it, but fine.
Here's what I think's going on.
It
Silence
says-
does not silence inanimate objects. It silences
So you have the...
the sound
Okay,
we make.
hold on, guys. Stop. There's so many people talking at one time. Where is silence going? Is it going in the room? I heard it was going in the room. Is it going on the door? It's going on the road?
it's going on me.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for clarifying that. Okay, it is 20 foot. The door will make no noise. I thought the spell was going into the room, then I thought it was being cast in the hall. So I need to know where it's going so I can determine what's going to happen. Now that I know what's going on, you are at the door, and there is a 20-foot shell around you that basically will not allow any sound to pass out of that shell.
Right, so I'm gonna open the door now.
Okay. The door
And
opens up.
I'm going to peer into the room from the side of the bookshelf here.
Mhm.
I need to pan real quick. Hold on a second.
I'm going to put a... let me put an aura around
Are these
you.
pillars in here?
No, they're not pillars. They're just tiles, like a stone tile floor, and also just empty bookshelves. You can actually literally see empty bookshelves now.
Okay.
So there is no sound coming out of this area right here.
Okay. Is there a rock or something on the ground that I could pick up?
Actually, there's the rock with the light effect on it that the barbarian has.
Okay. I'm gonna motion for the barbarian to hand me the rock.
So I slightly hand him the rock.
Okay, and I'm gonna take the rock and I'm gonna throw it at the door on the opposite end of the room over here. The other end of the room here. You see along the wall where all the bookcases are.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna try to throw it all the way to the end of that room and try to hit the corner of that corner.
Okay.
As soon as the rock hits, I want to try to move over to. I'm gonna move myself, but I just want to.
That's 100 feet. You should be able to. I'm not gonna. 100 foot. That's quite a bit for a. We'll say you can do it. Actually, it's a big enough rock that it can actually happen. So yes, the rock will be able to.
It's
Yeah.
gonna skip on the ground, even if I can't throw it the whole distance. But.
Even if it bounces short, it'll still probably hit the wall anyway. So. Yep.
Okay, and as soon as the rock lands the first time, I'm going to evaluate to see whether or not their heads turn, and if they do, I'm going to scoot across the room to here.
Okay.
And hide.
Okay. As you...
Sorry, I'd like to have my bow and arrow ready.
Okay.
And I ready my maul.
As you throw the rock, it bounces several times, it hits the wall, and as you come over to the table, you see a massive hole in the floor, and you do have a small light spell on you, and you can actually see down into the hole, which looks to go to another level, actually. Okay, and as you do throw I'm going to roll a couple perception checks for the 3 Troglodytes. And 2 of them, these 2 Troglodytes at the top, they turn and they actually hear something bounce past them, and they turn around. And I need you to give me a hide in shadows dex check, please, because you had declared that you were hiding as well. Oh yeah, definitely. You're hid pretty well. You're able to, duck behind the table. and use the shadows to your advantage. They look, and they will continue to march toward the door. All three of them.
Okay, so I threw the rock the other way, and they're headed towards the door we
Correct.
just opened.
Correct. Because they had seen the rock, the lit rock, bounce towards that way. So they're just going the opposite way of the way it was coming from.
Okay, I'm gonna get my bow ready and
Yeah.
motion towards the door that they're coming.
Okay.
I cast the spell Bliss on the party.
Are they charging, or are they just sort of cautiously coming?
They're just cautiously going over to the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly put my bow away and have my sword and shield ready. And
Okay.
as they approach, I'm gonna jump out and try to surprise and get a surprise attack.
What does this do?
It increases your attack roll and saving throws by an extra 1d4 of the result.
Okay. Question: Would illusion, with a spell illusion, does it have to be cast on that person, or can I like cast an illusion within that range and it just does its thing?
Your cantrip? Is it a cantrip?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Let me. What does it say on the description?
You create a ghost sound or silent image within range that lasts for the duration until you dismiss it or no action required, or cast the spell again. If a creature uses its own action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that it is an illusion with a wisdom check against your spell save DC. Then it describes the what counts as a ghost sound or a silent image.
So you're basically going to turn yourself into something, is what you're going to do?
No, it lets me create like an illusion, like the illusion that there's a sound coming from within 25 feet range of me, basically, or an image within that range. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay, what kind of illusion do you want to create?
I want to create with an illusion of a very attractive troglodyte right about here. I think that's what was in my range. Yeah, I guess. Let me get my pointer out. Yeah, right about here, I want to create the image of a factory troglodyte.
Okay.
A
Now,
female troglodyte.
you when you cast that, you have to be within line of sight. So you have a wall in front of you. So you're going to have to move.
Good morning, Lucy. Did you know Javalia can magically turn your cured K-Cup brewer into a cap?
I see nothing about it saying I have to be. It doesn't say anything about having to be within line of sight. It just says that its spot has to be within 25
Well,
feet.
this is a realistic type of scenario here.
Okay,
You're not gonna be able to see through a wall and place something on the other side of the wall. So yes, you will have to stand by the door. Now you can do it now that you have line of sight.
Yeah, now I do that now, and I will be right back. So if someone calling for me.
Okay.
I do
So
that?
25 feet, right?
Is that where you're putting it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put a troglodyte right here. So
I
Sexy
thought
looking.
the plan was to get them cornered in the door.
I guess the plan changed. All right, so now there's a female troglodyte that looks the same as a male. So is everybody still here?
Yep.
Okay. So the troglodytes move closer, and they do notice the troglodyte illusion. They hiss at it, try to communicate with it for just a few seconds, and there's no response from this illusion, and they attack it. These troglodytes don't recognize the illusion as being one of their tribe, so they do attack the illusion, and I will actually roll a to hit with major positives, and yes, they hit the illusion, and the illusion dissipates.
So are they? I was gonna say, do they surround it, or is it just the one at the front?
They're basically all about right here now. So yes, and as they get closer to the Troglodyte, they can actually see you now, holding a shield. So.
And I'm just gonna step back there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we're gonna have to roll initiative, and we will start a combat. So everybody can roll their Dex macro, and I will roll one time for all of the Troglodytes. They found out your illusion was a bummer because it was not one of their Troglodytes from their tribe, so the illusion is no more now. It was a good try though. It definitely got them all grouped up together. Okay, and now I'm going to pull up the turn order, and it looks like Bull, you're up first. So nice roll. So the fighter will go first. Then it looks to be Crow will be second, which is the cleric. Third will be the Troglodytes.
Do you want me to make a roll?
Yep, your Dex saving throw
Dex,
macro.
okay.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Also, the rogue will go next. And then it looks to be... Alright. The mage will go second.
So can I defer till they get within range if I'm wanting to draw them in?
1 second.
You can take a reaction. Yes, you can do that. You can state that on your instead of your action, you're going to take a reaction that says when the Troglodyte comes into range, I do this.
Okay.
Yep.
So that
You're
would be the
basically-
smart thing if we're trying to keep them in the hallway or at the door here, right?
Yeah, and then you get your, if you're like saying that I'm going to stand here until they're in melee range, then your attack goes off as soon as they enter the range before theirs does.
Perfect. That's what I'll do then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
So they are marching towards the door, hissing and making all kinds of weird sounds you've never heard before. You do not understand. If they're actually trying to communicate, you cannot understand them. So the first Troglodyte is actually up to the party.
Did the
And you-
turn order thing vanish, or is it just me?
Yeah, it did. I think
Yeah, it did
It's right
vanish.
there. It's up there.
Um,
Can you see it now?
yeah. Quick
Yeah.
question: are they coming up in a menacing way, or
Well, of course they've got weapons drawn, so of course they are. They're not coming up to say hi.
well, they might be. That just might be how they say hi. How do we know?
So I got the turnover, but it all zero again.
Oh yeah, I didn't put any numbers in there. It's just the
Okay.
the order. So the order's just
Oh, okay,
important
good.
right now. So I didn't
So
enter
can I
any.
attack?
You can. And the Troglodytes have an armor class of 10.
Okay.
So you would roll 1d20 plus your attack.
And I miss.
You roll a 4 plus your whatever it is, 3 or whatever.
Plus 3 to hit.
Yep, you missed. You do have an action
Yep.
surge you could use, or if you wish to save it.
I will save that.
Okay. So now the mage is up.
Can I see all three of them? Like, or you know what I mean? Can I see all three?
You can see them, yes.
Okay, I am going to cast magic missile. One dart for each one.
Okay. 1d4 plus 1 per dart. Hey, Wild One, what's up?
So would it just be 3d4 then? to get all three at once, or do you want me to cast each one?
No, you can do 3d4 plus 1. I'll just look at each die and.
Alright.
What's
Wouldn't
up,
it be 3d4
West?
plus 3?
Well, yeah, 3D. I'm just saying 3d4. I'll add the 1 on to it for the damage. So I just need to see 3 dice rolls. What are you up to tonight, West? Just hit your 4 macro 3 times.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. Alright. So we'll say the lead one took 5 damage, and the other 2 took 3 damage apiece.
Is that guy in the front noticeably bigger, or is that just the icon?
Do I have any more movement left, or was that it?
You can make some movement, but other than that,
I can't.
you are done for the round.
Okay, I'm going to move behind someone a little more durable. I'm going to move to here. And one second.
Nice. Oh, man. Jason in his 40-hour shift, huh? Holy shit, man. I feel bad for him on that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so now it is the cleric's turn.
I move him behind the fighter, and I use the spell Command on the goblin, not the goblin, the Troglodyte closest to the door.
Okay. And what do you command it?
I command it to hit its head off the wall and try to knock itself out.
Okay, and
knockout.
is there a saving throw that I have to make? I believe there is.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, I will make a wisdom saving throw. He makes his wisdom saving throw with a 19. So he just kind of...
I think you also have to speak their language.
Yeah, we'll say, but this we'll say that he commanded him, and he shook off the command anyway. So the Troglodyte...
I was talking to the wall at the time and not technically him.
The Troglodyte shakes it off and continues to try to press through the door. Alright, so now the first Troglodyte is going to move up and shimmy his way into the door, and he is going to try to get a swing in on the Barbarian. So you are going to get attacked. And you have a 13 armor class, and he actually hits with a 19. And you take 3 piercing damage. You rolled a nice damage. You rolled a 3. So you take 3 damage, and he is going to get a second attack. They get 2 attacks around. The second attack is an 8 versus armor class, which is a miss. So Troglodyte number 1 is done. The second Troglodyte is going to basically not be able to do anything. He's just going to advance to the door. Nothing happens. The next Troglodyte is going to move over, and he is going to attack the fighter. And the first attack is, if I can get the token targeted, nothing. The second attack is a 16. What is your armor class? Is what, like 19? Yeah, he misses both times. So the Troglodytes attack and nothing happens. But the thing is now, the Troglodytes have a rather horrible odor to them, and sort of like a poisonous aura to them. So everyone within their melee striking distance will now have disadvantage on all attacks.
So we get no save on that?
You are being affected by the stench, and any creature within the 5 feet of the targeted Troglodyte has disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks because of this trait that smells like utter garbage. So anybody that attacks the Troglodytes now will be at a disadvantage. So now you are up, Scotty, with the Barbarian.
Okay, I'm gonna just swing my maul really high and just try and whack this guy.
Okay.
You guys understand what disadvantage is, everybody?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, well, what disadvantage